So welcome back to another episode, and I've been following this story all week. It has been of great interest to me and of a lot of people out there, and there's been a lot of speculation about what's going on behind the scenes between Sega and Microsoft. Now here's the thing, earlier in the week, Sega had put on Twitter that they were having a meeting over at Microsoft's offices, and they showed some photographs of it, and there was a lot of speculation. Everybody was starting to talk like crazy talk. What if Microsoft was buying Sega, the company, buying the entire company? And let me just say, from my point of view right now, I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening at all. I don't think they would kind of let that go up on Twitter. And for such a big merger buyout, I highly doubt they would show pictures of a small conference room where they're having some talks. I think that stuff would be happening behind the scenes. We wouldn't even hear about it. It may get leaked a little bit, but there wouldn't be photographs of where the meeting was happening. It looked like a small little get-together. And I think that they're going to show, that they're working together. Again, they've always had a great relationship. I want to show this. Obviously the original Shenmue came on Xbox. We have had Phantasy Star games on the 360. But I think they're getting together to talk about bringing some older IPs onto the Xbox One. That's what I think is going to happen. Things like Skies of Arcadia. We haven't heard about Skies of Arcadia in a long time. It would be incredible to hear about things like that again. But it kind of got me thinking. I was like, man, I kind of already thought to myself, I'll probably be disappointed when I find out what they are really going to announce. That, we're bringing over some Golden Axe arcade game on Xbox One X. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but that wouldn't really excite me. I'm not, trust me, there's no build-up for me. I'm not going to get excited about this. But it kind of got me thinking, where Microsoft is right now, they could really use a company like Sega, but should they? Should they buy a company like Sega? Would Sega allow that to happen? Should they allow that to happen? The question is to you guys, should Microsoft buy Sega? Do you think they should do that? Do you think that is a great plan for Microsoft? Here's my take. I think that would be wonderful for Microsoft. They could probably buy Sega Sammy for maybe about $4 to $5 billion. That's my guesstimation. As a company. And then all of a sudden, they have all of these franchises, all of these IPs they could bring into the Xbox brand. Dreamcast 2 coming. No, I'm kidding. But could you imagine for Microsoft what that would do? Like, that is something. They already have in-house developers, within Sega that make games and are doing incredible stuff. Hell, they have, Atlas in there as well. Could you imagine a future where you only got Atlas games on a Microsoft Xbox console? Wouldn't that be a crazy world to live in? And this is my other take. I don't think Sega would ever allow that to happen because, and I'm saying this not because I dislike Microsoft or dislike Xbox. I like them both equally. I think they're fine. But I don't think Sega would want to be Xbox only. I think that would hurt them in Japan because the Japanese market has never really embraced the Microsoft console of Xbox over there. They've never really said, we really love you and embrace you over here and take you in. It's always been a bit more like, no, we don't really want you. Microsoft has had a hard time in Japan. As I say, they tried with a lot of franchises over the years to win over Japanese gamers, but it hasn't quite worked out the way they wanted to. But bringing in Sega obviously would change that. But I wonder if because you would only get, say they brought out a Phantasy Star game only on an Xbox console, I think it would be a very small market. And I think the Japanese market would kind of say, they'd pass on it rather than maybe go for it like they maybe would in the past. Maybe it was on another console. I didn't say this was great. I'm just saying this is probably what would probably happen. And I don't think Sega Sammy would want to let that happen. They would just get crushed. But then again, they would be absorbed into the Microsoft microcosm. And I don't think Sega would want that to happen. I think they want to be their own separate thing. I think they want to do software for all the major guys, and I think that'd be great for them. And I think that's where it should stay. I don't want to see Sega bought by Microsoft. I think that would be a really strange thing. It would be wonderful for Microsoft. Holy shit. But they'd probably fuck it up. I mean, I'm saying that we'd probably get some weird Golden Axe 3D game. Again, that wouldn't be good. And they'd have to be very careful how they went about things. Could you imagine more Alex Kidd games? Stuff like that. A Space Harrier game? You know, exclusive to a Microsoft console? That'd be a weird thing. But I just wanted to come in and talk about some of the rumors earlier in the week and talk about what if Microsoft actually bought Sega. What a weird universe we would be in. What do you guys think? I'm dying to know down below in the comment section. So anyways, guys, until next time.